Hello everybody, Damascus the Fox here, and today I'll be reviewing this guy right here, the SOG Terminus XR. This one is in the Crimson Red G10 scales with a stonewash finish, and it says drop point. That looks like a clip point on the specs, but whatever. Yeah, I guess that's kind of a drop point. Yeah, but this is a really cool knife, and spoiler, this review is going to be pretty good. But first, let's get into some specs. And I apologize for my voice. I'm still recovering from a cold. The cold is pretty much gone. Oh, sorry about that. The cold is pretty much gone, but every time I get a cold, I always have my voice sounds horrible for the next like 3 or 4 weeks, and I have a lingering cough for that period of time as well. So yeah, we're probably going to have to deal with my voice being horrible for a while. Alright, let's start off with length. But I still want to make videos, so I ain't going to let no cold bring me down, you know? Overall length is about 7 and a... It's a little over 7. It's right there. 7 inches. And blade length coming in pretty much exactly at 3 inches. Your cutting edge is coming in at 2.75. So that's I would say a really good size for just general EDC. Not too big, not too small. Let's get this guy on for some weight. Come on. What happened? Did my batteries die? Please don't oh, thank God. Okay. That would just mess up my video. I'll have to do a take 2. Don't want to do that. Alright. This guy. We're on ounces. Good. 3.42 ounces. So not really heavy. This guy's pretty light. Yeah. 3.42. Goodbye, scale. Alright. Height on this. Size comparison. Let's do size comparison next. Put him up against everyone's favorite. Come on, if you don't love it, what's wrong with you? The Para 3. And the Tenacious. Spyderco Tenacious, that is. Alright, this guy is shorter than the Tenacious. And about the same size as the Para 3. Just, I think, Para 3's got just a little bit of length on this guy. But not that much, so... Para 3 is pretty much the same. I really need to clean this guy. I think I say that like every video, but I was recently just messing with this knife, so yeah. Next, CJRB Feldspar. Small CJRB Feldspar. Full-sized. Alright, obviously. Full-size one is a little bit bigger, but the small is pretty much the same size. I think just like barely just a little pointier, barely. So yeah, if you're used to carrying this guy will pretty much be no different, and you'll probably like that. Okay, my apologies, stinking cough. Next. We banter. Who else would want an XL banter? That would be kind of funny. Just me? Yeah. Alright, so banter is smaller. The Terminus is just like 1/4 of an inch longer, but it is smaller than the Benchmade Freak. So that's pretty interesting, and this is, not too big of a knife, just perfect size for an EDC, the Espada XL and Espada Medium. Alright, the Terminus is smaller than the Medium, but surprisingly, it's actually quite smaller than the XL Espada. Who would have thunk it? Yeah, this thing doesn't even run the length of its handle, and this thing is about the size of its blade, so that's pretty cool. This cough, I think, is getting worse. But whatever, I'm going to continue to film, because it's what I do. Alright, next we have height. Put it up against the Para 3. Put this way. Sometimes my brain jumps to conclusions. There we go. And the tenacious. There we go. So as you can see, this guy is going to be pretty compact in your pocket. You're not going to have too much room taken up, like the Para 3. Yeah, so not too much sticking up. It's kind of the same deal with the Feldspar. So pretty much the same thing. Feldspar runs very nice in your pocket, not too high. Now, time for width. This guy, actually thin, pretty thin. So yeah, it's pretty much the same as the Para 3. So it's actually pretty thin. The only thing that makes it a little bit thicker than the Para 3 are these two, the XR lock. What do you call that? Buttons. Yeah, and the pocket clip, like that. But it's pretty much the same as this guy. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Blade thickness, right there, if you can see that. Pretty nice. It's actually not too thick, but thick enough to be strong, but probably still pretty slicey. Yeah. So pretty cool. All right. Price on this guy. You get D2 steel, G10 scales, the XR lock, which acts like the axis lock, and pivot lock, and all the other locks that are like that. You can get this guy on Blade HQ. Prices may vary from different websites, but on Blade HQ, $54.95, and there are different models. So there's like carbon fiber, one with S35V and steel. So you can get many different, well, I wouldn't say many, but a decent variety of styles in this knife with an upgraded steel and different color handle materials. So it will range from $54.95 to $139.95, depending on the model that you get with the materials that you get. But in my opinion, this is a very good price for what you get here. Very nice budget knife. You get that axis lock action, and you don't have to spend too much money on your knife if you're somebody who doesn't want to spend like $200 to get an axis lock. I do highly recommend Benchmade, but this is a very nice budget option, and you can still get that feeling, which is really nice. Really nice of SOG to get that. This will have a stonewash finish on the blade. I'm not sure if I already said that, but I'm going to repeat myself. This is a flat grind, and it's got the XR lock with D2 steel, and this XR lock works very nice. It feels very strong. It feels really good to use and very easy to manipulate. I really like the way how this thing feels. If you put it in slowly, it will get caught like that sometimes. So you gotta really, mean it when you want to close it. But otherwise, it feels really good and it works really well. You can also use the thumb studs. Thumb studs are a little tight, so you will have to put some effort into it, but not a problem at all. It is completely ambidextrous, so that's really good. You can move this pocket clip to this side. If you can see that, it's has another little slot in there, so you take that out, flip it over, put in that slot. You will have to like take the scale off or something to change this out, which is kind of but whatever. It's very deep carry, so that's also really cool. Forgive me. Yeah, so, and it's got some nice jimping up here, and the jimping is not too aggressive. It does give you very good purchase. Ergonomics on this guy, phenomenal. just good. Look at all this chamfering that they did. They knocked down all these sharp corners. I don't feel like it snags my fingers inside the liners. It's got this nice back spacer. The pocket clip feels out of the way. It doesn't feel like it's digging into my skin. And it's just very ergonomic. Very nice. It got this like nice choil right here where the flipper tab goes for your finger. Feels very comfortable. You can use this for a long time and it will not hurt you. So very well designed, very well made. I really like the feeling of this, and it's very fidgetable. Feels very comfortable to manipulate, to use, yeah, to hold everything. Very comfortable knife. And it's D2, which I really like. I like D2 steel. Just remember to oil D2 steel if you are in somewhere where you are prone for rust, your knives to rust. Remember to put oil on this so it doesn't rust on you, because D2 is prone to rust. I've luckily haven't had D2 rust on me yet. But yeah, D2 is really nice to work with and use. Coughing fits. They come randomly. Like, this knife is fantastic. This is the only thing that is like, some people may not really like this pocket clip. I don't have too much of a problem with it. It's kind of cool. You know, you got the SOG. So, you know, you have this in your pocket and someone sees that. They're like, SOG, I love SOG. And then they can ask you about your knife, and then you can start a knife conversation. That's what I do like about people putting noticeable pocket clips, like their brand or whatever, on their pocket clip. Is because it kind of signals out to everybody, I'm a knife guy, and then other knife guys can go like, hey, what do you got in your pocket? That looks cool. I know that brand. And then you can start up a knife conversation. That's one of the cool things about having the brand on the pocket clip. That's just my opinion. But some people may not like that because it is kind of big and it's kind of there. And it also, you know, has these cutouts and everything, so it may snag fibers on your pants, or, you know, be kind of problematic in that way. It might scratch up or do something like that. But otherwise, it does kind of peak up quite high, but going in and out of the pocket is really no problem. I haven't had a problem with this thing going in and out of the pocket, but it may snag one day, who knows. So it's not too bad. And then of course you got to take off the scales to replace, well, maybe not the scales, you might not have to take them off. I've actually never really replaced this thing because I never had a reason to, but it actually might just be one screw, and then you just move it over. Yeah, I think that's kind of how it works. You just take out this one screw and then move it over to this side. So that would actually not be too bad, not too problematic. But yeah, and let's get to the cut test, and then I'll talk some more. You guys like hearing me talk, right? Ooh, that was real nice. Satisfying. That's really slicey. I'm actually very happy with that. I'm actually quite surprised. Yeah, this guy cuts real nice. Let's do a puncture cut. Yeah. So you can definitely bank on. Oh jeez, I just hit my table. Definitely bank on this guy being sharp and slicey. Yeah, but so that's pretty much it. I think I have to say about this. It's really nicely made, very good price for the materials that you get, and all the work that goes into it, springs, everything. I'm not sure if you could see that in there. Do I have my flashlight? Forgot my flashlight. Let's see if I can bring my light over. Right there, you do get on the stop pin. Well, not the stop pin. The lock bar. On the XR lock right there. You do get a lot of deformation on it because it does grind against the ting quite a bit, especially because the flipper tab, it goes in kind of a hook kind of way, so it wraps around the lock. If you can see that, I'm not sure you can see that. It's kind of dark. Yeah, it wraps around the lock, like that. So it does get a lot of deformation on the lock, but it's not really that big of a deal. Just I thought I'll point that out there. And it is skeletonized. The liners are skeletonized, so that's what probably keeps down on the weight pretty good, which is also cool. Yeah, but see how that works? There, comes in, and boom. And then you flick it out. And it doesn't go too high up on the tang. You can see that. It goes kind of right there, just right at the tip. So it doesn't ride too high, but at least it does have kind of a higher lockup than the Sumo. Sumo is not bad, It's just the Sumo's lock stayed in the middle of the area instead of going all the way up, which I found kind of funny, but otherwise not a big deal. But yeah, this is a fantastic knife for a really good price, really slicey, very ergonomically friendly, very comfortable, very easy to manipulate in so many different ways, ambidextrous, so everybody can use it. Yeah, this guy, I'm just saying, SOG, yeah, they knocked it out of the park with this guy. That's my opinion. I really like this knife. Yeah, very friendly size, and just great utility. Well, I think that would be it for this video. I think I rambled on enough. So, I hope you liked this video, and if you like more knife and EDC related content, check out my other videos. And remember to subscribe because I post videos every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and there'll be more knives and more videos in the future. Thanks again for watching, and have a fantastic day. Bye.